Okay. And that's the game. That's it. I'll go in here since it's a bit more quieter. Tortured Soul. An optional part of the game, surprisingly. You can do this for 101%, warranting an extra star on the menu and a star here as well. Excuse me. Yeah, it's basically just max mode here, with all of these separate gimmicks. They're all balanced differently for this specific mode, so however difficult they made it here would not be equally as difficult as it was in here, especially noticeable with this challenge. Limited vision, which, for those who don't know, it's basically just a flashlight. Like, your mouse is a little point, your mouse is the little flashlight, and you have to move it around to actually see everything. So if you want to look at the time, you have to go up here. I'm gonna just look behind the camera, which you don't need to in this challenge. You can do that too. And that's basically what you have to do for your vision, but this has been altered into a different system on the panel, which if it breaks, it'll force you into the flashlight mode, which is cool, and does give this guy much bigger of a threat if you're especially watching her or just feeling anything in general on the camera. One thing I like, now that I've given this game a little more time, because I could not click with it before, one thing I do like is that the phantoms you can get jump scared and you can recover. It's ideal not to, but sometimes you'll just end up getting jump scared anyway, and maybe that's just a me thing. I might just have to get better at the game just to go through it without a jump scare, but you know, I found getting jump scared once, at least, every once in a while, when you could, without dying, you could recover and even do a few things while that's happening. Which is certainly a different approach, and all these mechanics actually feel like actual characters that can kill you after a certain point. Which making phantoms feel like actual threats, as well as feeling like a character that can kill you with the mechanics they've been given, is very good. And now that I've given this time, I think this game is quite fun. It's very overwhelming to figure out though. Very overwhelming. The phone calls, not really indirectly, but they kind of allude to something that you have to do by the guy telling you off of their experience or what they observed, and they describe it in a different way than just saying so and so goes to this camera and you have to hold this button, you know, like it's just indirectly explaining, and it's kind of hard to hear him. I could understand the call, I just couldn't hear him that well. But yeah, it's very overwhelming to figure out, but once you do, it does become quite fun. And a lot easier than it seems. Certainly, someone said this isn't as hard as some people make it out to be, which it is true. It's not equally as hard once you get the gist and once you get it down. But it is hard to figure out. So that's one thing. It's not awful though, at the very least. But yeah, this was fnaf 3 Advanced. I was debating saying the full name, but I'm going to mess it up. The last game in the trilogy of the Advanced games, which are recodes of the classic fnaf games, which is a fan game of the angry German kid with its own little spice added to it with these ones, custom characters here. very old fan game, recoded and reworked to fit a modern vision, keeping the same visuals and keeping true to the style of anything new editions like these. Very cool, very fun. Pretty good max modes once you got them down. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the chaos of the... I forgot what the place was called. I hope you enjoyed the chaos of this game, the chaotic nature, and the very interesting little gimmicks. And I wish you all the best. Bid farewell.